Alright, welcome to the video tutorial for the Module 4 project for CAPL 1023 Microsoft Word. This project is called Employee Retreat Sales Proposal or something like that. But anyway, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and start with our data file. So it's going to be in File, Open, and then wherever you keep your data file. So for me it's in my flash drive for 1023. My data files for module 4 this time, and this is going to be 4-1. Alright, so you notice this, we've got this document that's kind of started for us, a couple pages. What we're going to do is we're going to add a cover page, add some graphics, add a lot of design elements. So let's go ahead right away and do a file save as, so we can save this. And we're going to save it as Employee Retreat Sales Proposal is what you're going to add on to this. So save as. For me, I'm going to my assignments for Module 4, and then I'm calling it 4.1 Employee Retreat Proposal. Alright, so let's go ahead and make sure you've got your ruler on, you've got your hide show marks on. Down to our options, make sure your screen tips are on. And I've got my page, vertical page positioning and sections and stuff on down here. So right, the first thing we're going to do is let's go ahead and turn on our formatting marks so we kind of have an idea of where we're working. Alright, so now the first thing we're going to do is we are going to add a cover page to this document. So let's go ahead and insert our cover page. So we're going to go to the top of our document. So if you navigate it around or anything, make sure you do Control Home to get to the beginning. Then we're going to go to our Insert tab, and then in the Pages group, we're going to select that option for a cover page. And the one we're going to choose is, what was it? The Retrospect cover page. There. Alright. So we've got that cover page inserted. So let's go ahead and start compiling the information. So in this document's title, let's go ahead and type Employee Retreats. Oh, come on, undo it. My document title. There we go. Document subtitle field, I'm going to click right here and type recharge, reconnect, renew. Recharge, comma, reconnect, comma, renew. Alright, so then now we're going to go down a little bit further, scroll down to these other fields where it says author name. I'm going to click down there, and we're going to type Kara Bates, comma, event coordinator, and then comma, 616 555-0122. Right, now let's select the company heading, and we're going to type the name Awakenings Lodge and Conference Center. company address is 15683 Traverse Lane, Holland, Michigan 49424. All right, then we're going to hit the end key to get out of those fields. All right. Now we can scroll up here a little bit. If you're following along, we're on page 4-8 in the textbook. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to display select this field right up here. And then in my Home tab, I'm going to change the case of this and the font a little bit. So let's go to our font launcher. All right, and we're going to click in bold for our font style. We're going to click on the small caps option in the effects. I hope I've got the right text selected here. And then in the advanced tab, is that all I wanted in here? No caps. Alright, yep. And in the advanced tab, I'm going to go ahead and expand my spacing by 5 points. Wow, that's pretty wide. Alright, and then say OK. Alright, there it is, employee retreats. Alright, so let's go ahead and save our progress as we're navigating through this. Alright, now the cover page is going to be our first page, so if we wanted to print just that one page for some reason, we can come up to this file, print, and let me it's a little bit smaller. Alright, so there's that first page. Just want to make sure it looks like it's supposed to. Okay, and it looks pretty good to me. Alright, so I'm going to go back to my document. Alright, so let's start formatting that. Let's get out of that cover page and come to our beginning. Alright, and then if we kind of navigate through, we'll notice that there at the bottom of this page 2, there's a page break that's been inserted. Step 2 on page 12 asks us to delete this page break. So let's go ahead and delete it. And then it looks like we're going to delete this additional space as well. All right, now we're going to start applying some heading styles. So we're going to bring insertion point in front of the text, a place to recharge. Where is that? That awakenings, a place to recharge. Over here. And I'm going to click the heading 1 style in the gallery. And that applies that heading 1 style right there. And then we're going to bring our insertion point into the text facility. This one's going to get a heading 2 style. So let's go ahead and select that text and heading 2. Okay, and then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to change our indent for this first paragraph. So we're going to put our insertion point anywhere in this paragraph. Again, we don't have to select the whole paragraph, just part of it. And then we're going to click on our Increase Indent button, which is right over here. And then you'll notice it brings that whole paragraph in. 1/2 inch. On our ruler, 1/2 inch. Alright. So now we're going to go ahead and we're going to insert a header. But we're going to make sure we format our first page different from the others, like we've done before. So I'm going to go to my Insert tab. I'm going to click on my header button right over here in my header footer group. Click on that little drop down, and we're going to insert the header retrospect. I believe it's going to have be like a little orange thing right here. Alright. And then let's make sure we have the different first page selected. And again, that's because we don't want, where does it go? We don't want that first page, yeah, to be on that other page. Alright. And then now we're going to remove the content, some of these content controls. So I'm going to right click where it says date, and then remove content control, because we don't need that date field up in our header. Alright, and employee retreats, we want that one over there. Right now we're going to go to the Go To Footer. So again, we're in their header, so we can click on Go To Footer, and we'll go down to our footer section. Alright, and here we are going to insert a footer. So let's go click on our footer option, and then scroll through this, and we're going to choose the retrospect footer as well. And make sure we've got this different first page selected. And again, that's because we don't want all that stuff to show up on that title, on our title page or our cover page. Alright, and then if it didn't show up like we did before, we're going to make sure we have our carabates. And I'll zoom this into a page width so you can see what I'm doing here. So that carabates, comma, event coordinator, comma, 616 555 0122. Alright, now we're going to format our page numbers. So we want the page number to display with a dash around it instead of just that standard 1. So we're going to click on that page number down here at the bottom. And then we're going to click on the Format Page Number option. So that's going to be our table tools. Oopsie, our footer. Page number. Alright, and we want to go to Format Page Number. So format page number. And then click the number format that has the -1 -2 -3. And then say OK. Change that. Let's make sure it's changed it. So there we have it right down there. All right, and then let's go ahead and we can close our header and footer. Right, so let's go ahead and save the progress as we go. Right now we're going to start formatting some of the text in this document. So we're going to choose the text, select the text, choose Awakenings. Where did that go? I thought it was up here. But it says choose Awakenings for your conference. Blah, blah, blah. Right there. Choose Awakenings for your next conference retreat. All right. So we've got that selected. We're going to click on our font dialog box launcher. We've used this just a few minutes ago. And then we're going to click on that font tab. We were just in our advanced tab. And then let's go ahead and change the font color to Orange Accent 2. So Orange Accent 2. Got that one selected. Then we're going to change it to 16 point. So we've got to change to 16. The next step, we're going to go ahead and choose the small caps option. It says small caps. And then in the advanced tab, we're going to click on our expanded spacing. So spacing expanded by 1 point. I'm going to change it to 2. So I'm just going to click it up. You can type 2 or just click the little arrow up 10 times. Either way is fine. And then let's go ahead and click on OK. And there it goes. It changes that text for us. All right, so then we can deselect that text. Go ahead and save. Okay, so now we're going to edit and format some of those lists we've got in here. So we notice you can see we've got a list over here by this facility group. So we're going to select the 5 paragraphs, 1, 2, 3, 4 paragraphs that we want to format. We're going to click on our little bullets. I'm going to save mine because I've had this problem before where my bullets don't work. So I'm going to click on right here, and it wants us to choose the little arrow thing. Okay, good, mine worked. Whew. Okay, and then now we've got that in, so we can click on one of those bullets because now we want to format the color. And so let me go ahead and define a new bullet. And then I'm going to go to that font group and then change my font color. And I'm going to use that orange. I think it's Orange Accent 2, yeah. Orange Accent 2. And click OK. And then click OK here again. And that will change the color of our... Now the other way you could do this is click on it and then just change the font that way too. But they're just giving us a little different way to do it. Alright, so with these paragraphs still selected, and if you went off of them, go ahead and select them again. We're going to indent the paragraph. So let's go ahead and click on indent or increase indent. And it's going to bring that indent kind of even with this text above it. This employees all, it's just going to bring that text in a little bit. Alright. And so now if we want to not make it drag out, not have this text drag out all the way to the margins, we can increase our right margin as well. So we're just going to click on this little right margin button up in our ruler, click and hold, and then I'm just going to drag it into the 6-inch mark, release. So now those bullets are a little bit shorter. So just that bulleted text is going to be a little bit shorter to kind of differentiate. Alright. Go ahead, save your progress. Now we're going to go ahead and insert a page break. So we're going to go to that team building activities. Over here, team building activities. And we're going to put our insertion point immediately to the left of team. So right there. And then we're going to go ahead and go to our Insert tab, and then in our Pages group, I'm going to click the page break. All right. So we're going to bring our insertion point where we want to put our multi-level lists. I believe that's going to be right here, this team building activities area. And then we're going to click on that multi-level list option, so it's right over here. And we're going to choose the list. Which one? Oh, this one right here, the one using the symbols. All right, so we've got like that. And we're going to increase our indent. So 1/2 inch. All right. And then we can go ahead and start entering that text. So indoor team building activities. And then enter. Fix that. And then that next line, I'm going to go ahead and hit my tab key one time to bring in that text. Then board games, enter, card games, pool table, and then enter. And then now we want to bring that back out. So I'm going to decrease my indent. Or you could do Shift Tab as well. Either one will work. And then we're going to type outdoor team building activities. And enter. And then again, Tab to increase our indent. And then we're going to do light activity. Enter. And then tab. And this is light activity, not lights activity. Sorry. And so we're going to have a scenic hayride. And then a bonfire with s'mores. Scavenger hunt. Enter. And then Shift-Tab to bring it back out a level. And then moderate activity. Enter, and then Tab. Archery. And enter. Bike riding with guide and hiking with guide. Alright, bike riding with guide and hiking with guide, and then you don't have to insert, click the return button right here. Alright, so now the nice thing about Word is if we need to format any of our bullets as a different color, we can do it, a different size, we can do it. We can also format them as pictures, which is very cool. And that's what we're going to go ahead and do. So we're going to go ahead and select in front of the bullet that we want to change. So in this case, I think it's that indoor team building activities option. Yeah, that indoor team building activities option. And we want to go to our bullet drop down and then define new bullet. And then we're going to click on the picture option. Alright. And I think we can do picture from file at work. I think it tells us to do a search, but I'm just going to go ahead and do the from file. Navigate to where the 1023 data files, module 4, and it's this abstract group interaction thing. So support 4D or WD4 abstract group interaction, and insert. And there's the little icon that it is. So let's go ahead and say OK. You see it changes that icon for that bullet level list. Alright. Now if we want to change our bullet character to a different character, so we don't like the little arrows or the little square dots, we can change those as well. So let's go ahead and click on Board Games and do the same thing. I'm going to go to Define New Bullet, and this time we're going to do a symbol, and actually I can also do it this other way. So if I click there, go to that drop down, and I can choose from my bullet library as well. In this case, we want this little circle with no fill. And then the same thing with that scenic hayride. This one, we're going to change that bullet. Oh, we're going to leave that one alone, but we're going to re-alphabetize it. So we're just going to select this text, and then we're going to go to our little A through Z sort option, sort paragraph by text ascending. Click on that, and it'll change the order. And then this one's already formatted, so we're good. Alright, so let's go ahead and save our progress. Doing well. So we're about a half an hour into this. Got a little bit left, so about another half hour. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop this recording. So if you need to take a break, you can do that. And then we'll come back and continue where we've left off.